Hi, Bianca.
Colin.
It's good. Yeah, this is something that today is a moment I've been waiting for since I think like our second or third stream. It was like I was like, we're gonna get Bianca. You gotta run the screen share. You gotta code. I want you to do it. And finally, we're here today, and you're gonna see Bianca type some things.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's so funny because I was like, Alex, you do that. Especially I just get a little nervous. I get a
It's
little
nerve
nervous.
wracking. I get it.
I'm
Trust me.
like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, so anywho.
Good,
But
good thing this is a safe space for
it is.
coding,
It is.
for
I agree.
coding mistakes.
So we have each other,
Yeah,
which will be good.
yeah.
So
But
very excited.
before we get into that, I have to
Mhm.
give a real special, heartfelt shout out to longtime viewer here, uh, Robertables, Robert Tables. So Bianca and I last week ran a webinar, and in these webinars we use this other platform, and our producer Chef Brent, who is producing the webinar too, doesn't have as much control as he does here. So this weird thing happened where nobody could hear Bianca but me, the other presenter. Brent couldn't hear, the audience couldn't hear. Everyone's like, we can't hear Bianca, and I was talking and fine. So I had to fill time for like 5-ish minutes while we got Bianca's audio sorted out, and I used Robert Table's great joke from last time. We'll just remind people, what do you call Michael Jordan's children? Yeah. The answer is Air Jordan. Air Jordan. Yes. So I used that. People loved it. It felt great.
It did. So
Yeah.
you don't get royalties, or we didn't license it, but
No.
we
And
just
so,
you just get a
yeah.
Twitch stream shout out.
Yeah, you do. And then, yeah, next time I'll have to use that. You can wear an upside down canoe as a hat. So just going for it. So thank you for inspiring us. And just thank you for everybody on the stream and for the stream existing in general, because, we're now way more comfortable with weirdness on camera
Oh my god.
and just dealing with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like just having to be on stream and having to just like adjust because on these lovely streams. So I think it's just been really good to just have a space where we could learn and iterate and test things out. So I think we've been able to take a lot of the stuff from stream to the outside world. So
Yeah.
that's been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been great. I'm just happy to be here today. I've been filming a bunch of content for Twilio, different tutorials, the content I write, which is Twilio Startup Labs. I'm hosting another webinar at the end of the month called the Quarterly Launch Review, which I was filming and working on slides for. So like lots of stuff, and did that all last week. And then now this is my favorite way to be on camera, is just with you. So happy to be back in this forum and not have to worry about being on camera for all the other ones. This is by the way, this is a getting ready stream. If you didn't figure it out, it's get ready with Bianca.
All right, we have our lip gloss. We put our.
I've got some tea.
Oh my gosh, yes, we have some tea. Get your water bottle. Not sponsored. We don't sponsor other brands per se.
I've got my wedding ones. We gave water bottles out at my wedding, so I got those here. Yeah, nice. It says A+A, Sedona, Arizona, and then our.
I love it. Okay.
Although, we had to postpone for COVID, so technically our third wedding, if you look at it, depending on how you look at it, but it happened.
Oh my god.
Bianca, what do you want to build today?
do think
Okay.
I want us to like talk, you know.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Okay, so I think this one is interesting. So I think some of y'all know, I mean, in the States, it's Father's Day. So but I think like I think a few things I wanted to talk about first, which was
Yeah.
like I think technology and grief. And I know we're getting deep on stream, people. We're getting deep
I'm
on
here
stream.
for that.
So like Father's Day is tough. Some of y'all know, some of you may not know. But my father passed away a few years ago. And you know, the the internet doesn't often know how to deal with grief. I know for one piece has definitely been like the emails. So I definitely appreciate the companies that like let you opt out of emails. I think that's been kind of like a newer thing that folks are like, hey, do you want to be on our Father's Day mailing list? But I do think there's like a cool power of like technology, grief, mental health, all this stuff. Um, but yeah, I mean, like that was kind of a thought that was floating, like Father's Day, mental health, all this stuff, and then it just had me revisiting good old like the projects that you start but you never got to
Yeah.
because so much, yeah, like so much has happened over the past,
It's
excuse me, the past couple of years.
Yeah. It's also like there's so many projects. I literally have a list of projects that I started when I started at Twilio. I'm like, I'm gonna build all these things and like built one of them. Um, maybe two. So like there's all these ideas that you have because there's so much fun stuff you can build, but then it doesn't you just don't the time goes away. But now we have this forum to do it. And also Bianca, thanks for sharing. I think that I talk a lot about customer communications and like one of the things that I want to like be aware of now is like when not to communicate, right? Like you're a great example of it. It's hard for you to receive messages about Father's Day. So how do we learn that as companies so that we can be more compassionate with people and how we interact with them? So I just appreciate you bringing that perspective because it's so easy for us to be like, oh, we should just communicate on everything. But some things are really sad. I mean, grew up I grew up basically not celebrating my father's birthday ever because his mother, my paternal grandmother, passed away on his birthday one year. So he never celebrated a birthday until he was, until my father was in his 50s. I think the 50th is the first one we celebrated. So, you know, it's one of those things where you don't realize all the emotional baggage might not be the right word, but it is that the emotional baggage that comes with some of these things. So like, I feel deeply for you in that, society just kind of throws it all at you for these things because it's popular and it's a good marketing ploy.
Oh
Um,
yeah, they need the clicks, but I do think the ones that like I think it was like postable or something like that. But they're like, hey, if you want, you can like opt out. And I think companies being able to use the tools that they have to kind of create that customized experience is like
yeah.
huge, right? So I do think the more that folks are able to better understand their users, like I mean they do it when people are about to like give birth, right? They're like, you seem to be looking up more stuff around like baby stuff, and then they're like baby info palooza, right? So it's like we get
Oh,
smarter.
trust me, I get that.
So like
It-
we get smarter for that side of the things, but it's just like at times I feel like we can not for others. And I do think, I don't know that companies know how to deal with grief per se, right? Like that, it's nuanced, right? It's
yeah.
nuanced. So yeah, so I think, so today, like our build is centered around something for me that is just very grounding. And also just me dusting off, dusting off the projects that I just like ignored. So that, this will be fun.
Yeah.
So
Before
yeah.
we move into that, Brianna had a good point, which is this is why we need diverse experiences and why we need to fight unconscious bias, which I'm all for. And I've had so many great interactions with Brianna as well, where like I'll say something in a meeting, like a big meeting, and she'll kind of like disagree with me, and or like in Slack behind it, and then we get to have a conversation about it. So you've even shown me that too. So thank you. So
Yeah.
find ways to have to question the people around you in a really healthy way where you guys can start to understand each other a little better. That's the message there. But yeah,
Yeah, I feel that. And I think even just like, how do we create, like, we can't just think about like creating great customer experience. Like you talk about like great customer experiences. I don't know. Is that my magical Twilio voice? Great customer.
great customer experiences. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
They're magical. That might be
So
patented.
just a tad. So I feel like if we're thinking great customer experiences, like what does great mean? And great might look different for a lot of people. Great to some people looks like give me options, give me the
Yeah.
ability to modify. I was like, we're going down a random rabbit hole, but I was watching, like I'd seen a post on social media and the person was like, yeah, I'm like still getting messages from my ex wife, and like they had gotten divorced. And it's like, Google Cal is not thinking about like, hey, I don't want to opt into seeing a calendar that I've been attached to in the
Yeah.
past. So it was just like, oh, okay. Like these are all these like random edge cases you don't think about. And it's like, well, how do you create a great calendaring experience? Like no one thinks about like, oh, well, we might have shared calendars. And like if there's a divorce, like, what happens? Like, can I opt out of that? Can I remove myself from that? Or, yeah, there's so many of these like edge cases, the nuances. So yeah.
Yeah. And it's so weird to think that like, yeah, maybe the answer is like not communicating. Maybe that's the right communication. Like that's something we just don't think about. Like maybe it's like, hey,
Wow.
what now? Yeah.
That goes,
Yeah.
we have freedom of thought here. We
Yeah.
can. So yeah. Okay. So today, yeah, today okay. Like great. And I think the that one there was just like going to national parks. And then Alex was like, okay, let's just revisit it. So I mean we're literally building this on stream. So yeah. Um so yeah.
So the goal of Park Break originally was to use the Google, or no, sorry, the National Parks API
Yep.
to see what's around you and then use Google Maps to like drop a pin. So that's still an option and I would love to do that. And let's do that. Let's start there and build that in. And we're going to build it all in Studio. Since there's an API call, depending on the API call, we may try to hit it straight from Studio, or we might wrap it in a little bit of a function. Sometimes that's a little bit easier than making the API calls directly from Studio, but we'll see. So yeah, let's start there. And then I have some ideas of how we might take it to the next level. Because, for example, I have the absolute pleasure of living all of 2 blocks from a really nice park in Denver. So for me to take a park break, it's really easy. That said, for me to go to like a national park is a bit more of a hike. So yeah, maybe we can find a way to like find local parks too. So let's go to Studio.
Let's see. We'll do that. Hold on a second. Let's see something.
And I'm gonna be Bianca's what would be the her not AI assistant, but like
Alex,
the Alex assistant, Alex intelligence assistant. So it's still AI.
It's still AI. We don't really leave AI. Okay, cool. Okay, so we're okay.
Let's do it.
Let's see. Let's do it. All right. This is what happens when you're, a little.
That's I like the revertibles just said Twilio Studio, your dry erase board with cloud horsepower behind it. That is so true. I love how easy it is. I can just like be like, I'm just gonna build something. It should work.
That's real. Okay, cool. So we are live. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So
I like that.
This is gonna be a joke because I'm like, wow, Alex, is this how you feel week over week? Wow. Okay, Great. Okay, so we are in studio. Okay, so let's see. We need a message. Well, first we need to check like our what is it? Just getting a better sense of like what does the
Yeah.
park service.
Can you make your text a little bigger? Actually, it's pretty
Okay.
good. It's pretty good. You're fine.
Okay.
That's good. That's great.
Okay. Let's see. I will say it looks like a little different than what I've.
Keep going. I think there's some more stuff down below.
Yeah. So we have activities at the parks.
There's one that's just called parks.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. All right. So retrieve data. Well, one, we could also see what exactly does it have within it. So it gives you like a park code.
You can give it a park code. So that
Yeah,
first
yeah.
bunch is what you can send it.
Yeah. And then we have.
I thought there was one where you could send in a zip code, right?
That's why I'm like, did the API change on us?
Probably.
Oh shit. I mean, it has been a while. See? Okay.
Date codes. Okay. Let's see what else we got.
Okay.
Things to do, topics, tours, visitor centers, webcams. No.
All right, this one.
Let me just look in, let's see if there's a zip on here. Nope, I don't see zip anywhere.
Yeah. See, I mean, this is the first lesson of your old project.
Yeah.
Might literally not apply. Okay, so if we were look at us, we're gonna iterate on
we're gonna have to iterate, yeah.
On stream. Okay, so maybe
you can send it state codes.
Yep. Okay. So we could say we're going to like maybe if we're
there's a search, and I wonder what you can do in the search.
Okay.
Oh, that's a term to search on.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, or we could start light. Right? We could maybe be like, give us, hey, we're making this broad here. We'd be like, hey, we're going to. Actually, we could do a small territory. The question is though, like, DC, like Washington DC. I was like, is there even a park in DC? But DC.
Well, I wonder if all the national monuments would show up in DC.
Okay. So I'm like, DC.
Someone suggested looking up postal code instead of zip code.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let's see. I'm just searching the page for postal.
Okay.
So they have postal codes that they give you back, but I don't know if they're going to give you if they let you put
if
in
you can input it.
These.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, if we're still using the parks right piece, we could potentially just like start light. And this is the beauty of stream is just like. I love this. We're literally building as we go. All right. So we could start general. DC to me is like small enough that it wouldn't give us like 1,000 things. But I'm like, there might be other things we can work with here. Passport stamp locations. Okay.
We can. Yeah. I wonder if like things to do, but that might be.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Things to do recommended by and for specific national parks. So I think it might just be like knowing. Okay, so maybe if we were to still do park break, right? Like, hey, I'm in DC. Show me a few parks or something. That's an option. Yeah. What are we leaning towards?
Why don't we start there?
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. I just got my API key emailed to me.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Let's go back into studio. So, all right. So we'll probably want to. What is it? Want to get our incoming message. So we can start there.
So we'll get an incoming message and then we want to say something back.
Yeah. We also need to put in our key. What are we gonna call this? Let's see what I feel. I was like, let's see if I got it in my.
Yeah. So I don't think you need, I see what you're trying to do, set your variable.
No.
Well, there's two ways to do this. One would be to do it. The question is, do we want to wrap this in a thing? And I think the question is, how do you actually authenticate? Because we got to make sure that we can authenticate
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do this. Let's maybe build out the other parts, and then we'll
and then we'll see if we need it.
Yeah. Okay. So incoming message. So definitely, what is it? So we'll do this afterward. I feel like I'm kind of Alex in the sense of Alex does not save anything. And I'm like,
what do you mean save anything?
When you have all your changes, like I feel like you'll have like 73
that doesn't matter.
It's just like, oh my gosh. Like okay. So okay. All right. Probably send, wait for reply. This will be like, we'll call this ask for info. Not NO. Ask for info.
Not NO. Ask for info, yeah. Well, you got to send a welcome message too. Like it's got to be part of it's got to be welcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi. Thanks.
Yeah.
For using park break. Where are you looking to break?
Where are you looking to break your parks?
Okay, welcome. Hi. That seems so corporate. It doesn't seem so like naturey. What's like a nature tone? Like, hi. We welcome you to the soothing sounds of nature. Okay. Okay, park facts. Okay, I like that. Hi.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay. I don't know. Wow, so corporate. Clearly I'm uncool.
Why don't you just say, what if we do like get ready to touch some grass and then a grass emoji?
Okay, get ready.
If you can find emojis, which is a little weird on your yeah.
Yeah. Oh, park time. Hi, thanks. Yes. Okay, park time, park facts. Okay. Ready to touch some grass. We think it's park time.
Can you get it to sing to you? That's the real question.
These are great questions. Okay. Yes, no. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So then we would ask them, hi, get ready to clearly we should not be responsible for doing copy, Alex, at any point.
I like doing copy sometimes. It can be fun.
Oh man.
But it's weird.
Okay. So hi, get ready to touch some grass. We think it's, I don't even know that this is vetted by our brand guidelines. We think
this isn't official. We're okay.
Okay. All right. We're fine. All right. Get ready to touch some grass. We think it's park time. Yes. All right. Where?
So, yeah.
Yep. What you got?
Just, say what state. Give us the 2-state code. What state are you looking for? Because I know it can do that. I just tested it and it gave me a bunch of stuff for Colorado, where I'm located. They're interesting, but they're there.
NY example, you know me, forever New Yorker.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Always the amount of seconds in my brain. All right, how long do you want them to take to tell us this?
I usually go like, this is, so that's, I mean, that's an hour, so I think it's fine. You can just leave it default.
Okay, cool. All right. So
unless there's a reason, I don't typically change it.
Okay. All right. Hi. And over time, we could do like hi name, Well, but then we would have
Yeah.
had to ask for their name and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a whole
we're
nother
gonna
thing.
we're gonna keep it simple for right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
So we're gonna ask for info. We want to get our different pieces. Great. Okay. So hi, custom. Hi, get ready to touch some grass. We think it's park time. Yes. I love how we're having a conversation with ourselves.
That's all we do.
That's essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we have our like send and wait. So
I like Robertable's idea, which is make it an Apple Watch thing where your heart rate's high. You should go to touch some grass. Yeah.
Yes, love it. Okay, cool. Got that saved. All right. Oh,
Yeah. Robertables also suggests we say hi jabroni. I actually had a really bad experience recently where we were sending out an email to people to come to one of my webinars, and it's like comes from me. It's not really from me. And someone reached out on LinkedIn and be like, "Hey man, what's the deal? I just got an email from you that said, 'Hey jerk.'" And I was like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Somebody had put his name when somebody had registered with his like general corporate sales email. They put their name in.
That was a little
Yeah,
awkward.
and then you could tell it was bad because the
Yeah.
last name was off. And I was just like, oh man. And it was somebody filled out the form that way. It wasn't like we put it in there, but like we're held responsible.
We are. So you call.
Yeah.
Look at you calling people a jerk.
I don't want to do that. I'm nice to everybody all the time. Never mean. Never been mean in my life. Okay, I've been mean a little bit here and there. You got to be to get some stuff right. I mean, you're the New Yorker, you know.
Wow.
It's a rough spot.
Wow. The shade.
That was not shade. It's
That's
you
true.
need to be assertive sometimes, and that's a good thing.
Okay. So here we'll be checking our info, essentially.
Yeah.
And then.
Well, yeah. Here we can do. I got an idea.
Okay,
List
what you
of
got?
all state. So I wonder if there's like a really quick Google we could do, like list of all state codes.
Okay. Do that.
2-letter state codes and territories. Yeah. I just want like a comma separated list.
Yeah.
Because then we can just put like match any of.
I see what you
But
mean.
you don't. Oh, so you were setting. You don't need a. You don't need a. I don't think set variable is the right one you'd want there.
Okay.
Oh no, you did split based on. My bad. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Cool.
Oh no, you're good. No, I think I'd set the variables. This one I haven't connected it to anything. So the set variables was just more so like, what's the word? Like pulling in the key.
Cool.
But we'll see how we connect it to their API. But so here it's just like.
Should we see if we can break Studio? I'm curious.
Wow.
Because I wonder if I can do something at the same time as you.
Oh,
I'm
that
gonna
might
try
be
to put in. So
I think
I'm in it now.
You actually can, because I've done this. I have done this in the past. All right, let's see if you can break.
Okay.
Is it showing us that you're in there?
I don't know.
Okay, well we'll see. All right, so we'll save here. I think it's just that you would have to like save
if I
stuff.
hit publish and then you hit refresh, what happens?
Okay, you hit publish?
Yeah, you hit refresh.
Okay.
Sweet, it worked.
It is our cloud whiteboard. Robertables,
Yeah.
you just clearly, we're just going to have you, just making our taglines and jokes. Let us know if you, just have some side time. Okay, so far.
So basically all I did there was if you go into that check info widget and you look at the transitions to if you go to the transitions tab up there.
Yep.
You'll see that I added one where it's a state, and I basically just Googled and got a comma separated list of all the different all 50 states. And so just copied them into there. And so now if it is a state, then we will know. So we have is a state is one of the things that pops out of there.
Great. Okay, cool. So we'll start there. And yeah, let's make sure our info. I was like, Alex, do you have a list of all the states in America? Like, is this what you do in your side time? Okay, great. Save.
That's what Google does.
You're like,
Yeah. Ask Alex. That's fine.
you're like,
Cool.
that's okay, cool. I just republished it, so you might need to update your stuff too.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you keep going.
All right, cool. So ask for info. Hi, get ready to touch grass. What state are you looking for? Example. Sometimes I feel like you have to stress to people like what is it?
Two letter.
Two-letter.
Please give a single 2-letter code.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
Please.
5. Please 5.
Please
Please
high
give,
five us with a 2-letter digit code.
yes, please give us a 2-letter code. Okay, great. All right. Save. Cool. All right. Then we go in and we're like checking for info. Okay, great. We have that saved. And then, so once we're checking for info, do we want to tell them something? Or we could go into just like, if they're not responding to us.
Let's go. I like to usually start with like the clear path. Like, what is the path of them actually doing the thing we want? And then we'll go back after that and kind of like give the side path. I have a little trick that I'll show you guys later that I use to make some of the stuff a little easier. So, but let's start with is a state. So let's just start that we have the happy path. Yeah, there you go. So
I
let's
like
go to
that.
the happy path.
It's so funny. Maybe this is also just like life advice too, because I feel like I always design for the path, the edge cases, but I do think I wonder like if you start to think about if everything were to work, maybe it's my trauma. Is it my trauma speaking? We did say this is a mental health.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go down the happy path. I like that. I like it a lot. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, hi, you do that, and then we ask you. We're checking your info, so you send us info, and then if it is a state, and then we're like, okay,
then let's make the HTTP call.
Okay, let's do it.
Get is good. So, do you have the request URL?
Let me see. I was like,
so if you go to the parks page,
oh, there it was,
then,
like up here.
Yeah, that HTTP developer. You just need up to the parks before the question mark. Yeah, cool.
They really did. I will say they've done a lot of better stuff on the user experience.
Yeah, the user experience is great. I was able to test it.
Oh my gosh,
everything.
This was good. So it did not look like this at all.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow. So it's kind of cool to see even how over the years it's already kind of switched itself up. So
yeah.
All right, cool. So get.
And then get rid of the question mark at the end that I think you left there.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it. Oh, I did leave it. I thought I didn't.
Okay, and then let's go to form URL encoded is great. Wait, actually, what are the options there? That's we can do. I think we should do. Actually, what do they want? They probably want application JSON.
JSON. Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
My mouse is not letting me do great. Yeah, I think they did. Yep, they did.
Yep, application JSON.
Cool.
But then go down to text included in the body. We need parameters. I forget how to do parameters in the request.
With let's see. Oh, this is just live builds.
Yeah, you know? That's what it always is.
We're practicing what we preach today. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you just get songs.
I'm gonna look at mine, see what I can do. Actually change it back to URL encoded.
Okay, got it.
Or actually maybe, don't have to scroll all the way down here to the very bottom. Okay, change it back to URL encoded.
Mm-hmm.
And now if you scroll down.
Or up?
Or down. No, all the way to the bottom. HTTP parameters. Go ahead and add those.
Oh wow, that hid away from me.
Yeah. So the first one you're going to want to do is API_key. And then you're going to want to put your API key as the value there.
That's why I'm just like, I didn't. Do, do, do.
And if yours doesn't work, I have one now too.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have to change our API keys. We don't want anybody abusing the National Park Service.
Yeah, duh.
It's a free one, so I don't think anyone would. But
No,
just
yeah,
in case, we'll change it later.
All right, hold on. Yeah, I might have.
You leave it blank. I'll fill mine in off screen,
Okay.
and then we'll deal with it later, and then no one will see it.
Okay,
Maybe.
great.
Maybe no one will see it. We'll see. So we're gonna have to add more parameters though. Just type in values randomly. Just be like ABC for parameters, and then hit add parameter. And then we got to add the only other one we have to add is the state parameter, which is it's going to be state code in camel case. So lowercase state, uppercase code, one word.
Lowercase state, sorry.
Uppercase C code. That's how they want it. And then for value, you're going to go double bracket, double squiggly. Sorry, squiggly. Widgets dot ask for info inbound body. That's outbound. So you got to change it to inbound body.
Oh. You know how in your heart you're typing something?
It's also, you can just change. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just
it's also, I hate how they I hate how it starts with outbound. Like we never want the outbound. We always want the inbound.
Why am I not even? Why is it not?
It just might have been cut off. So just click. Go to the. I mean, yeah. You just keep typing. Info dot
inbound. Okay, great. All right, there we are. Okay, fantastic.
Inbound body. So that's what somebody said. And that's the state code parameter. I think the rest we can leave as defaults. I mean, they're going to give us 50 things back potentially, which is probably more than we need, but I think we're okay. So when it returns to us, that said, there's I'm just looking at mine. I can actually, I don't know. Do you want, okay, so I'm gonna I'll just show you how to use the actually I can just do it on mine if you want. I'm gonna start my screen share and we're just gonna go back and forth a little bit as long as our producer is okay with that.
We're probably stressing him out. We're like, one share forever.
Y'all, all right. We can do whatever you want.
We can do sweet.
Anytime. If you just tell me what screen you want on there.
I love how Robertables is like, I will make $1 million. You know?
Make this thing happen. You want me to switch to Alex?
Yeah, why don't you switch to mine? For a minute.
Just direct traffic.
Yeah.
I got buttons.
So great. So this is I actually managed to put in this, and we can all see my API key, which is always fun. Get rid of that later.
Yay!
But if you do it, so this is where I got like state code is, whatever they put in the state code, we got our API key in there, and then we don't need limit and start. I think we can just go with the defaults, although I put in values there just to try it out. The search didn't do anything for me, so maybe I'll try that in a minute, but we'll deal with that later. But if we look at the reply, this is the key. So what are we getting in reply? So we're going to get some JSON data, which is great because we can manipulate the parse JSON data in Studio. Very nice. So we're going to need data, and then data is giving us an array. So we'll probably need to pull, the first data one, and then the full name, right? So this is the one that it's giving me. And then we can scroll down here and see what the second one is, because this is a lot of info. Weather, it gives everything. And then the second one is Bent's Old Fort National Historic Site. So it's giving me National Historic Sites. So yeah, there might be some ways to sort this better, but I don't know what those are yet because I'm not super familiar with their API.
We're just learning as we go.
Yeah, but these are all in Colorado, which is great.
Okay. Cool.
So that's cool. So I think we just can go with the and then Black Canyon of the Gunnison. I really want to go to this one. I haven't been to Black Canyon of the Gunnison, but it's always rated like one of the most underrated parks. So I
What
want
is
to
it
do
called?
that. Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. But so we're gonna have to get data and then an array index, and then okay, Brianna's been there. Bree DV says it's great, but not if you're afraid of heights. I'm not particularly afraid of heights, so that's good.
Cool. Okay, cool. Good to know.
Sweet. So we can switch back to Bianca's. We know what the output's going to look like. So we can switch back to Bianca's. Looking at Black Canyon of the Gunnison. That's beautiful. That's what everyone wants to see.
I was like awkward.
Sorry. I should have asked you if you're ready to switch back. I apologize for that.
Meanwhile, I was like, no, you're fine. I was like, oh my gosh, this looks stunning.
That's on me. That's on me, though.
No, I feel like it's kind of like the Zoom meeting that like, can you share your screen? And then everyone's like, wait a minute. That wasn't that. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So we got some of our info. Okay. So we got our
so we know what it's gonna look like at the end. That's the key. That's what we're really looking for. So yeah, we can make the call. I'm gonna in the background while we're talking to. I'll play a little bit and see if I can
just do that.
See if there's any ways to like sort it to make it a little bit easier, or like filter.
Yes.
Because I think that would be helpful.
Okay.
But we'll get there. Yeah.
All right. So far we have this is all right. I did finally get my freaking my key and stuff.
Something working?
Somewhat, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So all right. So check info, and then it's you want to get your I feel like all in your face. Okay. So we got our parks.
So I think that one's good. We might like at some point do like a query, like or something.
I was like brief as I I love how this is just like our I call it our wallpaper. Be distracted by the Black Canyon of the Gunnison.
Yeah.
No, it looks stunning. Okay, I'm gonna add my key real quick. You know, just got to make sure we're protecting our information here. You know, not that any of y'all are really about to do anything with the you know, with the API keys.
There's nothing to do with this one, but yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Wait, Gerv says Black Canyon was my nickname in high school. I have to. I don't know for a fact. Is that the Gervis that we know and love? Is that who's joining us?
I don't know. Oh my gosh! Is the band all together? The band.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
yeah.
Oh boy, the band's all together. All right, great. Okay, Squadron. So we asked for
Gervis.
info.
Welcome Kaylin. Welcome Jamie Lee Quen. So happy to have all you joining us.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
So many great people here. Yeah.
The band's all together. Wow, no pressure.
Although we're gonna call out Frank because our other third teammate Frank, who's in London, so it's very late, said he was gonna stop by today. Haven't seen him yet. Frank, if you're here, show us in chat. Otherwise,
he lied to
next
us.
time.
All right. So where do we want to connect this to? So we asked our info. We checked our info. So
let Frank sleep. That's true. Frank has a new baby, so I was surprised when he told us he would be on there. But you know, I got excited too when he told us. So
dude, look at that live styling change there.
Did you? Oh yeah.
Just popping in with the updates.
Fancy.
I like it.
Fancy.
We're all getting work done on the stream. Yeah. So let's go back to. So right now, Bianca. By the way, we're not seeing your studio. We're just seeing Black Canyon search.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I think you might have like switched tabs or something. And
I think that's
one.
I think that's what's happening. Thank you, Alex, because I was in my own little world. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just go here.
Now we're back in the stream
We'll go
world
here for a second. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
This works out.
Okay. So right now if we recap where we're at, because we just got distracted by all the lovely people in chat. I do love that Gervis's nickname in high school was Black Canyon. Cool. But yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So we need to recap. So you're recapping for us, Alex.
So yeah, so right now we're getting a text message from somebody. We're asking them for a state code, and then we make the reply. And now we're gonna go and give people a list of, let's say, like 3 options. Maybe that's the maybe that I think. Why don't we try that? Why don't we see if we can get there? If we can be like, hey, here's some stuff that's coming out of that.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah, we can dive back into the studios.
Oh, and hey, Alex, before we do, can we drop your screen share while
Yes, you can drop my screen share. Yes. Do you need to do that, or I can do that?
Yeah, you just stop, stop sharing your side. Yeah. Also, hi chat.
Cool.
I'm leaving again.
Okay, we miss you, Brent. Although you're always here with us.
Always there with us.
Cool.
Together.
Yeah, some latency issues, I guess, when we're when I'm sharing my screen too, but we can fix that. Cool. So we're gonna make that request, and then so if it's a state, we're gonna make. So you can go ahead and connect the if is state there.
Oh wow. Okay.
You got this.
On today's edition of Kin, I always like to make
Bianca
sure.
drag and drop.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Sweet. So now we got to pull the data out of there. This is where we're going to get into some fun liquid templating language stuff. So now we'll send a message back, I think, right? Drag and drop it like it's hot. Yeah.
I can't.
I like that. I like that.
I
like that.
Okay. Send message success. All right.
Cool.
All right. We're going the happy pathway, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Oh my gosh. All right.
So can I make one suggestion? Are we going to ask for a reply on this one, or is it just going to be we're giving them info and then we're done?
Oh. Well. Ooh.
So here's my thing. I almost always like to use, unless there's a good reason, use the send and wait for reply, just because then if we need it, we can have it, and
Gotcha. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish there was an easy way to like switch between them. Like it'd be better if it was like a send message and there was like a toggle that was like get reply. But that's okay.
No, so, that's actually a good call too, of just like what is it? It's good to just like not need it, but at least you have it rather than going to look for it when you need it. Okay, cool.
Because in theory, you can make any send and wait for reply a just send message by setting the timeout to like a second, and then the no reply or no reply go to the same place. So that is a way to do it, which
these are good calls.
No, now that I think about it, I haven't done that exactly, but I've done something similar. Anyways, cool. Yeah. So what do we want to say in the body?
All right. We've already told them to touch grass. Now we tell them. All right. Let's see. Because we just grabbed our info.
We just got the data. So from the HTTP one, we're gonna have it. So here are some parks in your state.
Wow. Look at all that info. Any parks? Well, see, I don't want to make it too conversational.
Why not?
Oh, I could. All right. Any parks stand out to you? All right.
And then we're going to have to give them a list of parks. This is where it's going to get a little weird with the liquid template stuff.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Where do I put my my other stuff? All the screens. Oh, this is what was happening to me. Okay.
You got it?
Kind of.
I can help you walk through the data.
Okay.
What the data is going to look like.
Got it. Let's do that. Merci beaucoup. Oh, I think I had closed out my park stuff. All right.
Cool.
Okay. Let's do that.
So yeah, you're gonna I think it's, let me pull up the documentation just in case. Twilio Studio. We Google things too. It's great. Request. I'm Googling Twilio Studio HTTP request. Let's just see what
Clearly we're not.
There's a way to parse.
I always love that we're not the only person. I always love to see like which are the top search ones that come up, because it's clear like you weren't the only person who was asking this. So I always love that it's like, yeah. It's like,
yeah. And we're gonna assume that we're getting stuff back too, but that's something that we don't necessarily need to assume, but
we don't know.
That's okay.
Let's see.
Because again, we'll do the happy path first, and then
we break.
So the liquid templating language is again going to be started with double bracket opens, double squigglies. And then it's going to be widgets dot, and then what do we call that? HTTP1. So HTTP1 dot parsed. Go to that bottom one. Cool. But then after the parsed, it's going to be dot data. And then I think we'll do, because it's an array after data. So it's dot data, and then open bracket, just normal bracket, and do 0.
Hold on a second.
Got it?
Kind of. Okay, that's what it was. Okay. No, you're good. You're good. Okay. I was just trying to see. All right, cool. Yeah. Okay, so
widgets parse. So parsed means that it's going to take the JSON and make it so we can get to it, and then parse, and then dot data, because in the reply it's under the data header, and then it's an array now, so we need to get the 0th element of the array. So we're going to say square bracket 0. No space. There you go. Square bracket 0, and then dot, and then let me see what they use for name here. They use full name.
The full name of
name with call it just dot full name, and it's full name with a capital N. Yeah, there you go. And then close the squigglies.
I'm learning their style of like how they like to have
that's
their
camel
stuff.
case.
Yeah. All right.
So and then go ahead and just to see something, go ahead and copy that whole thing. And then just copy that, and then underneath do the same thing, but change the 0 to a 1, and then the 1 to a 2. So copy it and paste it twice, and let's see if we can get 3 out of there, and we'll see if it works. And like we can test it. So yeah. So that would be the first 3 elements of this array. And we can see if that'll work for us. And in the background, what I'm going to do is assign this flow to a number, and then I have my dev phone running, and I'll test it.
Oh shit! Sorry, we're not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh
shucks!
Shucks! Oh shucks! All right, cool. All right. Let's see.
I think you were thinking of.
Look at those skills.
Oh my gosh. Whoa, spicy. But then I
Brent,
feel like
you weren't on top of it enough to
how could you couldn't anticipate my profanity. Wow. What kind of producer are you, Brent? Like, get it together. Okay.
Right. Go ahead and so the problem right now is that it doesn't like that we have a wait for reply with nothing happening after it.
Okay. So we could do it.
Just say if they reply, you can just add a message being like, thanks. Like you can add one more little thing that just says thanks. And then let's make sure it's all hooked up. And then I'm going to just run a test and we'll see if the happy path works.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I used to volunteer at the Shed Aquarium in Chicago, where I would like do scuba diving in the exhibits, and it was like the best volunteer gig ever. But the person who managed all the scuba diving stuff would sign all of her email tanks, like tanks instead of thanks. It's very cute.
Just vibes.
Yeah.
Vibes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So let's see if this is, you can go ahead and publish this, and let's see if this, is it all connected up, right?
Honestly, it probably isn't.
No. So we got to get the incoming message connected to the ask for.
Yeah, we decided to switch this up. Okay, cool. I will say shout out to the parks.
They have a nice looking thing, yeah. So
Yeah,
you go ahead
and
and publish this. I can test it, by the way.
Cool. Sounds good. All right, we'll see what it gives us. Thank you.
Great. So I'm testing it with DevPhone. Hi.
Okay.
Get ready to touch some grass. We think it's park time. Yes. What state are you looking for? And I'm just going to say CO. And let's see if that gets me down a happy path or not. Sweet. And what we can actually do now is if you go into your, so you're in your function on the left where it says logs. Yeah. So we can see this thing that I just did. So something went wrong. That's okay.
Oh,
go click on the FN25 thing. Click there.
Yep.
We can see where it went wrong. So if we keep scrolling down, so the HTTP request failed. So we got to figure out what that looks like. So you can actually expand that. No software. I do not want to. There we go. Kanji just wanted me to update. That's everything. So yeah, go. So I think that worked. And it transitioned to HTTP. So yeah, go to the very last thing there. You can collapse the top two. And you'll see the last thing is what failed, right? It said make HTTP request failed. So go ahead and open that one. Authenticate with Twilio credentials, false. Request URL, there we go. Response was too large.
Which makes sense. Which makes sense.
It was a big response. So let's try, yeah. So
I will
go
say
ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it told us what it needed.
No, yeah, I love that. Brianna was like learning how to debug in Studio, so I love this. You know? Even we're learning how to use our own tools, even better.
Brianna's on our docs team, so she is responsible for a lot of the amazing docs that we use. But I guess maybe not the Studio ones, or maybe and she just never had to debug because she's that good on her first try at everything in Studio. So let's go to the HTTP request and docs and docs in the same stream. So let's go there and go to the HTTP request, and we're going to add one more variable at the very bottom. Remember we did like the parameters?
Yep.
Cool.
All right, let's go here.
Yeah. And it's limit. And 5. Let's see if that works, or even 3. We can just do. That's.
I feel like they're very wordy. So
they're long.
They're so wordy. Okay. Gosh. All right. Publish.
Sweet.
All right.
I will try again.
Let's see what we got.
Okay. So you just published, which is really important. I'm going to try again. And then we're going to type Colorado. Wow, look at all the info parks send out. It would actually work for me.
It did?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah, we can if Brent wants to, I can share my screen again for a moment. And we can show the
experience.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Sweet.
Whoa, I love this for us.
Brent, if you want to switch over to my dev phone screen.
Cool.
Yep, gotcha.
All right,
sweet. So I texted our number, and you guys can all try this too in theory. Hopefully, it's 888-474-0847. 847 being the area code I grew up in. Why I pick these numbers sometimes. So I said hi. It said hi. Get ready to touch some grass. I said Colorado, and then it said look at all this info, and it gave me three spots: historic site, Bent's Old Fort Nation, Old Fort National something. Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. So it gave me
clearly it's
least 2. I think it said so I think it's like clumping them together, we might need to like add some spaces somehow. Oh yeah, here
Okay.
we go. It's supposed to be, this is one, Amatchi National Historic Site, Bent's Old Fort National Historic Site, and then Black Canyon of Gunnison National Park. So we got to make sure that we can like separate them a little bit better in there. Yeah.
Okay.
But it worked. Let me try again. So let's just go for this again while we're here. Hi. Oh, thank you. So we had that last message. So we gotta, work on the path a little bit.
Okay.
So
okay.
Do you want me to do New York or DC? What do you want me to do? Or GA?
We could do GA. Let's see.
GA is Georgia, right?
See? Okay, it works. Worked for Gerb.
Sweet. So yeah, Andersonville National Historic Site, Appalachian National Scenic Trail, and Kachuva River National Recreation Area. So this is like a start. Like we did it. We used this to make an API call. This is our stuff's working on Stream Dance.
And also,
Can you do that dance again? Just again? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Yep. That's the one.
There we go. Yeah, you guys got to get on full screen. Otherwise, it doesn't count. So Gerv's out. Gerv's about to just go and touch some grass. We're losing viewers. What are we doing?
Gosh.
What are we doing?
JK. But I do love how like even us just learning like, okay, well, what do we want to tweak from the formatting standpoint, from the like just kind of the tiny tweaks, but it's just like in essence, is this working? Now we tweak. And now we refine. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a few ways that we could tweak here.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
So I think one thing that's really important that we should do is go back, and if they don't give us a good state code, we got to like have them do something there. The other thing is the API gives us so much info about these things. And I think it'd be cool to like give them a number and let them choose the number. And based on that, we can like go back and pull more data about that, like where it is. So why don't we start with the, let's start with the like, if we don't get a good text case, and we can go from there and see what we can get done in the next little bit.
Okay, so ask info. All right, so
I'm gonna teach you a trick that I use.
Tricks on stream.
So here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
I want you to basically, there's the whole idea is that we always need to be looking at, if you scroll up on here a little bit, we always need to be looking at the ask for info message. And so a lot of people, I think the natural way to do this would be like, if it's not right, then send them a second message that says, hey, that's not right. And then go back and send them the original message.
Oh, I see.
I think that's ugly. So
this one?
go ahead and undo what you just did. Get rid of that little connection.
Oh gosh. Did I? Oh shit.
You're fine. You can drop that one and then drop the other one.
Where is it?
Just pull them both off and
Why isn't it leaving me? Disconnect.
Yeah. Disconnect transition. You got it. There you go.
Oh gosh. Okay,
cool.
Great.
So instead, what we're going to do is you're going to have a create variable widget.
Okay.
Don't body shame the widget. Man, Brianna, I'm glad that you're joining us here. You're so good here.
Now I can't get that out of my head, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Sweet. So go to set variable.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
And drag that out.
I'm laughing.
And so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have we're gonna change that ask for info body using liquid templating. So liquid templating basically lets you put a little bit of code into your texts. I like it because it reminds me back in the day when I was doing like stuff in Ruby on Rails. It was like the same. It was like a similar formatting, but it's basically that. So we're going to create a variable called resend. Yeah. So the variable is going to be resend.
All right.
You can just type The key is going to be resend, and we don't need any of this. We're just going to set the variable to true. And then true. And maybe it would be resend 1, but that's fine. Okay, add variable. We're good to go. Okay.
So this is
So
your
now, yeah. So check. So now what's going to happen is that resend variable is not going to be anything at first. It's going to be undefined. And then if no condition matches, then we're going to set that variable to true. And now what we're going to do is we're going to change that ask for info. So yeah, that goes to the set variable.
Mm-hmm.
And then the
I
set
see
variable
what
is going to go to ask for info.
Got it. Okay.
And now we're going to use some liquid templating language to do this. So, just so people can see where this is on Google, open up a new tab and just Google liquid templating.
I'm already here.
You're not in the, we can't see
Oh,
you.
not in the
Yeah.
one.
So
that
a
you
new
needed.
tab, new tab in the window you're sharing.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. Meanwhile,
There you
this
go.
is what happened. This is what happened. Okay.
Yeah. So if we scroll down, there should be some. Oh yeah. Then on the tags on the right, you can see if/else. Sweet.
Boom.
So we're basically going to copy this. So we're going to say, so it's if it's bracket, it's squiggly parentheses, if condition parentheses squiggly, and then there's an end if, and we can also do else's. So we're going to do an if, else, and if. Cool. So yeah, go ahead and copy that. That's great. And now it's going to be in the ask for info one in the body. Yeah. So put it at the very top. The very top of the body. Sorry. Yeah.
It's just my freaking my mouse is.
Yeah, no worries.
Cool.
So the condition's going to be flow.variables. And we don't need those arrow-y things.
One of these days.
Yeah, you got it. Flow.variables, I think. Dot resend one. And then do they do equals or equals? I can never remember. Do they have examples? Equal. Yeah, there you go. You can see the available comparison operator.
Shout out to our documentation.
Yeah. Okay. And then in quotes, do quote, open quote true. So basically if resend one equals true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes my brain takes time to catch up. I'm hearing you, but I'm like,
yeah. No worries. So, and then where there's the ellipses, the little 3 dots, let's go ahead and just make some space there, some returns. So if resend is true, then we want to say something like, wait, that didn't work. Or we didn't recognize that as a state code. Can you just whatever the error message we want to send them is.
Not a state code we're familiar with. Try resending?
Well, yeah, I don't think you need to try resending, and I'll show you why. So after this, hit return and do the bracket, parentheses, and do else. Bracket, sorry, not parentheses, bracket %sign. So basically, you saw us do the double brackets. Double brackets means fill it in and put it into the output. The bracket % means run some code and make it hidden. So that's kind of what those things mean. So yeah, we're gonna do the else one there.
All right.
Yeah, you can see.
Else.
No, one lower. We don't need else if, just else. Yeah, that. So you need that block. There you go.
Copy pasta.
It's always copy pasta. Yeah, so you can get rid of that. Yeah, that. Right
yep.
There. So in that else, in between the else and the end if, copy your hi, get ready to touch some grass. We think it's park time, yes. And put that.
Oh, I see what you did there,
Not
Alex.
all of it, just the first 2 blocks.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, throw that yes in there too. I like the yes. Positivity.
Yes.
You got to stay positive.
Positive on the park
break. So now get rid of that hi, get rid of that stuff there. So we just want the what state are you looking for part. Yeah, get rid of that and get rid of the yes. And now let's save that and publish it.
All right, save.
So now in theory, what's going to happen, and I'll run the test in a second here, is if it's the first time, then somebody's going to get the message that says, and I'm going to test it right now. You're going to get the message that says, hi, get ready to touch some grass. We have the park. Yes. And then if I type like my name instead of a park code, it's going to say, not a state code we're familiar with. What state are you looking for? But then if I type the right one, again, it'll do the thing that we want it to do. So that actually worked. Oh, yeah, that worked. Yep. So like, that's cool. So the reason I particularly like doing things that way is because the check info looks at the message body of a specific, from a specific message. So it makes it a lot simpler to like do these loops.
Do the loop rather than it being like at like, what comes up is just like, instead of it kind of having to like trigger a new part of the flow, it just, you know, it's able to just go on. It's
resets this. So this is how I do all of my error catching for whenever somebody's sending something that's not quite right. Cool. So there. Before we move on, Bianca, you're getting some shout outs.
I am.
Chef Brent says, can we all agree that Bianca's crushing it today? We got 1,000% from Toe Frog and an amen from Gerv.
This is shout out. I will say, like, this is, I get it. Cause usually I have Alex on driving the show, but I'm like, wow, this is, you know, this is a thing. But yeah, it also, I love that we're just like exploring just new, like just working with the parks API, just seeing what it lends itself to. So this is good stuff. Okay.
So that was great error checking. That's like one little bit where honestly, we might have to go back and record that, or like take the thing and like, I feel like that should just be like a mini blog post. Like, this is how you should do error handling in there. Because like, yeah, it's hard. Oh, is Kat here? Wow. So many great friends joining us today.
This is like a party. Oh my gosh. No, I like what you're mentioning, Alex, around like how can we design in the system to kind of like, like check for things, remove the margins for error. So yeah, no, I like that. And also, like you said, it kind of helps simplify. We have really solid docs, you know, as you can see, that help you kind of build that in there. So I do think being able to like use some of these tools. I mean, look, if you really wanted to with liquid templating language, like we're hard coding, we're going to show you the first 3 things. You could liquid templating language to loop through however many there are, let's say the first 5, if there are 5, and show the first 5. Like, we're kind of hard coding it a little bit. Part of that for me is that I find sometimes the looping is a little bit, liquid templating language is great, but it's not like as easy as some other coding things because it's like a little bit finicky with a few things here and there. But it's super helpful, and it's great that we have that ability to put those things in there. And when stuff gets too complicated, I just wrap it in a function, right? Like the other way we could have done this is, instead of us using Studio to send directly to the API, what we could have done is actually gone to basically made the HTTP request in a function, wrapped that function, and then in that function just return the data that we need. Like, let's say if it was too long, even when we only had 3 things. But yeah, so let's try to let people pick one of the things to learn more about. Okay. And then if we get that done, I'll be super psyched. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Hold on. I was just like, hold on. I'm asking our producer a question.
Asking your producer a question? Okay.
Yeah.
I can just stand here and talk for a while.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like the idea of being able to drill into like what the HTTP request gets back. The place that I'm a little nervous about is sometimes there's some weirdness between like what's an integer and what's a string and whether that'll convert back and forth. So we're going to have to play with that a little bit. And there's some ways around it if we want to get, but it's a little hard to like, but we'll try. Well, you okay, Bianca?
I am.
You good? You
Yeah.
good?
Are you? I was like, okay, hold on. Got a quick moment. Quick
Okay.
brief, Alex. I'm gonna have you hold it down for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay. My, Tuesdays usually are uninterrupted, but today we have a quick interruption.
Yeah.
My apologies, good people.
No
Okay.
worries. Okay, now it's just me on screen doing my stand-up improv bit.
Do you need someone to talk to? Are you gonna be lonely?
I would always love to talk to you,
You could.
Brent. But no, Bianca just wanted me to do this alone, so I got to be here
Okay,
alone.
well, okay.
But I've got chat to talk to. Kat asked if Bianca just threw her phone in lip gloss, which is a great question because if you haven't seen, we make some fun little reels. And at the beginning of the reel where we interview Bianca and asked her some questions, I just was like, hey, can you toss your phone and your lip gloss? It was like sitting like next to her on the couch, like on the floor, so it's not in the
I wonder
shot.
if I could play that. I'm trying to see.
That'd be cool.
If I can.
And she just she literally just throws it with force on the ground.
Let me download the Instagram version and try to get it queued in here. It's a good shout. That's a good shout. If I can get that loaded.
You know what this reminds me of? You know how there's this meme going on, and I know my screen's not up yet, but there's this meme that's going on,
Bianca.
And it's so funny because it's like, hey, can you watch my baby for a second? And that's what it kind of felt like. I was like, hey, can you watch Alex for a second? Just make sure he doesn't do it.
Just asking, make sure Alex is okay.
Yeah,
I'm good. But we're good. I can do that. And then Bree V asked a great question in chat, which I want to address, which is, do you typically just wing it with API requests and hope for the best, or do you use curl or Postman? So the answer is I am a huge fan of Postman. I love Postman. I have it in browser sometimes. I have it in my VS Code. I use it all the time. The only reason I didn't use it here is because the API documentation for the whatchamacallit,
Park Service.
The Park Service API documentation, which I'll drop a link to here, because you know what, they do a good job, and I want to shout out our National Park Service because they're awesome. In that documentation, they'll let you make a request. And so what I was basically able to do is at the top, you can authenticate with your API key, and then I could fill in things and make a request and see exactly what the request was. So I didn't have to go to Postman to test that request out. If I'm not on somewhere where the documentation is that nice, then I typically will use Postman. Not only do I typically use Postman, but the first thing that I always do is I see if the company has put out a Postman, I don't know if it's called a repo, but a collection. That's what they call them, collection. So for example, someone was asking me for help with something with Stripe recently, and there's a Postman collection on Stripe. And so I could just fork the collection. I had every Stripe one. We have this for Twilio. I actually don't know who maintains it, but whoever does, thank you. We have a Twilio. Every Twilio API call is available on Postman, and you can just fork that and get them all. And then you just fill in the details and all the requests are there for you, which is super nice. So I am a heavy user of Postman if I'm testing out these API calls. Just didn't need to because I could do it right on the National Park, nps.gov site, which is sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they've definitely, I'm just they've definitely expanded all the things. Great question from the audience.
Yeah,
in the chat.
Alex, did you want me to try to play that thing?
If you got it,
no, I can
play
try.
it.
I can try.
Try it.
I don't know if you'll get audio, but we can try it.
We'll try. Wait, what happened? Are y'all?
He's gonna try to play the short.
Play your promo.
He's gonna try and play the little short.
Oh god!
Because we mentioned it. Because Kat mentioned it. Asked if you tossed your lip gloss and phone. So I'm gonna try playing this real quick.
I did toss my phone. I did.
That's what happened.
I did.
Be nice to your phone, Bianca.
It is so sad because it doesn't even have a case on it. It's been through so much. But I did hold on to the lip gloss. The lip gloss is in hand. She's with us. The phone.
Shall I try this thing real quick?
Go for it.
Go for it.
Alex and Bianca will be right back. Let me try. Oh no, it's. Well, maybe it is. I think they're getting audio. Audio is not there. Okay. Let's come back.
Oh,
Let's come
man.
back here.
But yes, we oh man, those were some good times. But I do encourage you, make sure you go look at the short. You couldn't hear the sound, but just go watch the short and you'll feel it. You got a preview of the chaos. But
Yeah,
I
and
feel like I know why it didn't play.
Bianca, Gur's making a good point. Now that they're gonna add OpenAI into the phone, it's gonna fight back.
I don't need nightmares about the phones. Like what that sounds scary.
This is from a while ago, but I remember someone saying that they teach their kids to be nice to like Siri and Alexa, not because like sure, it's important to be nice to your AI or not. I don't know. But the bigger thing is kids think it's a person in there. And if you teach your kids to say please and thank you to the like Alexa sitting on the desk or to your phone Siri or whatever, it's more likely that they'll say please and thank you to other people around. So
meanwhile, I'm just like, you want to be nice in case the robots attack and the apocalypse and all that.
And you don't want to be reported to CPS, Computer Protective Services.
Yeah, very, very important. No, yeah, you're trying to be a good parent in these streets, okay? Teaching your kids. That I was like, that would be so wild if like the robots attacked and I was like, you're fine because you said hi and please and thank you to me, and I'm like, wow, all this time. Meanwhile, we're like, let's break the systems. Let's just, we're not even nice. Maybe we should try being nice. We're gonna be nice to our devices, and be the change.
I also don't use a case, which is everyone says is wild. I do have a little skin because that's too slippery otherwise. But everyone says it's wild because I have a baby who does throw my phone sometimes. But I don't know. They're pretty robust.
I just don't like the bulkiness. I don't like the bulkiness of it all. But
that's right. I also have the smallest phone that like Apple will sell me.
Oh, I have the 12. I like the 12. The 12 was
I don't know. I think I have one of the last minis that I could get.
Oh my gosh, you were a mini person?
Yeah, I don't want a big phone. I want a tiny little phone.
Oh, but you're like tall. So like the math. I don't get the math, Alex.
I don't need more screen space. Like I have an iPad if I want something with a bigger screen. I have a computer if I want something with a bigger screen. Like I need to read some stuff and I need to go there. I could go back to a flip phone. I have some friends who've done it. I've thought about it. It's a little too limiting. I do text and I like to write texts.
So
I Slack on my phone sometimes. So I don't want to go back to a flip phone, but thought about it.
You use your phone for the phone's sake. So you use the phone to dial numbers, and that's like the sorry, revertibles.
Bianca has met me in person, so
I have. We were live. So I was just like,
I'm not a giant, but like I am 6'2". I'm an above average sized human. Like I get that.
So that's why I was just like, you'd want a phone that's like, comparable. But it works out. So you just like using a phone for the phone's sake.
Brianna had a good idea, which is we could use Twilio to turn a dumb phone into a texting phone, probably. Which that would be an interesting idea. What if you could? Because you can do voice to text. What if you could do just call a number to send a text message? That'd be pretty funny.
It's like a dev. So it's so funny because I needed to call a place, but then we needed to hop on stream. And I was like, man, it would be really nice if just I had someone on my behalf.
We're not that far away. I mean, look, the thing, I didn't watch all of the Apple stuff, but reading the headlines, I think the thing Apple's going to try to do with AI is have it know you really well so it can go and do those kind of communications for you. So it's just gonna be I'll have my AI call your AI. That's what it's gonna literally turn into.
But then it's where are the true relationships there? Because then it's if I'm just talking to your representative, that's not.
You could be talking to my representative to find a time for us to get lunch together, though. That doesn't change.
Oh wow! Everyone is gonna have a personal. It feels very personal assistant-y. Okay, so we're thinking about. Okay, I think we might have gotten
Brent
some audio.
wants us to do it. Brent wants to.
Bianca, is that an AG1 bottle?
It is.
Nice.
It is.
Nice.
It's good.
I recognized it. I use that stuff. I drink that stuff daily.
Oh no, it's good. It's good. And then I love how we're talking about this has been such a chaotic stream, but it's great. So I usually throw in a little collagen in here.
Okay.
You know, I gotta keep the skin refreshed. So I usually will throw a little marine collagen liquid. So then I'll add that with like my multivitamins. But yeah, that's how.
Yeah, we're not. You're right, Brianna. We're not sponsored by AG1. My bad.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag
yes,
not
we could be. There's a lot of podcasts sponsored by AG1.
Hashtag
I feel
not
like.
an ad. Yeah, let me try. Let me try running this thing again. I think I know what the problem was, and I think if I check this box, you might be able to hear it too. So we'll try it one more time. If it doesn't work, we'll do it next time. Okay, while it's here, I'm gonna do something though.
My name is Bianca St. Louis, and I work here at Twilio on our
Robertables. Good point. I have beard oil. The hard part is my favorite beard oil is out of the UK, and it's like the cost to ship it here is the cost of a bottle, and it's not cheap. It's like $50 a bottle, another $50 for shipping. So I'm actually going to be in the UK in July, and I think I'm going to try to stock up. If anyone's looking, Captain Faucet's. I think that's what it's called, Captain Faucet. It's my favorite. The smell is so good. It feels
not
good.
Sponsored.
Not sponsored. I love this stuff. But like that's the joy of Twilio, right? I get to do a lot of talking about like people who have great customer experience. I don't know if they have a good customer experience. I haven't tried texting a phone number for them yet. But their product is great.
That is so funny. I can only imagine what someone's going to be like in a meeting, and they're going to be like, yeah, we had some random Twilio man just talk about our beard oil. So like, yeah, and that's why we should use Twilio. So like,
Twilio devs, develop your beard, develop your collagen, develop your app. There's so many things we can develop. Yeah, we can develop everything.
This is
Get back to building your beard.
Yeah,
let's get back to the beard.
Beard build. The beard build.
It's not getting back to the build. It's getting back to the beard.
Yeah. The beard builds. But that is, I mean, it's like a good process because then you can help someone at every stage of their beard building journey. Yeah.
It's non-trivial if you like truly want to grow out a beard. I tried, and then what is the beard? This is too much. I tried, and the first barber that I went to couldn't figure it out, and then I had to go to a different barber to like get it there, and then it was growing. And I actually, so like it's non-trivial. Like it's hard, and not I've had this for a while now, but it's there. Cool. Should we try the next little step here?
Oh yes, yes.
CI/CD pipeline is complex. It is continuous integration, continuous development of the beard. Good call. Okay.
Alrighty. No, I love
thing here.
I love how we went. Yeah, we went today's side quests where it was great. Look at us. Well,
yeah.
It's great. Okay, so you had mentioned.
So
essentially, we wanted.
Yeah, here's what I think we should do. Let's. So for that, send and rate for reply down below. Right, we give them all the info. The one of I'll look at all that info. Let's like number them. As far as like what like. In the text, like here's what I'm thinking. Like, let's let people send back like a 1, a 2, or a 3, or if you want to be lazy, a 0, a 1, or a 2, to tell us which one they want to learn more about. So yeah, you said any park stand out for you, and then like put like before the first one 1 dot, and then before the second one 2 dot. It's gonna have to be outside of all the curlies. Yeah.
It's so funny
to see.
It's
one
so
more
funny.
thing, which is like,
I'm
yeah,
getting
go ahead.
deja vu. I'm getting deja vu from
What?
all your tutorials. I was
Yeah.
like, this is very Alex Studio.
That's what I do.
I love it. I love it.
But I want to see what the best way to do a line break is in this. That is not what I need. Because I think it's just /n, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
But yeah. 1, 2, 3 is user on a keypad that most people start counting at 1. I know. But code counts at 0. So cool. So now for that final send message, we can let's just assume they're going to save us a good number, but we would want to do a split and a check here. But for that final send message now, we can add some more info based on what they told us. We already have it there. Let's not worry about, we've already gone over how to like verify that they send us something good, but let's just go to the send message too and assume that they did. Let's go happy path and just finish there. But so no, we're just going to edit that thing itself. So let's say like, okay, here's some more info. And then what do we want to give them? I'm just going to go, I'm looking at documentation myself here. We could do a description or the URL or the latitude, longitude. Those will all be good.
I think maybe description and URL, because people are more likely to.
Yeah, you can Google stuff.
Yeah, people are more likely.
There's also that's cool. There's actually a directions URL.
Oh, okay. Got it.
I just want to see what that looks like. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's give them that. Let's give them the more info and a direction URL. So,
okay, cool.
So I would go ahead and copy from the previous one. Yeah. Like copy those like widget dot, that like whole like HTTP one fun stuff. Yeah. So here's some more info. So first we want to give, so here's the hard part. That data, we're going to need to somehow pull like if they said 0, if they said 1 at 0. So I'm trying to think like go to, so in the bracket for 1, let's just try something wild and see if it works. So in the bracket, we're going to replace the 1. Not that one. Sorry. The one in the bracket.
Oh, the bracket. Yeah, sorry.
And oh man, try replacing it with like. Trying to think of the best way to do this, because like this is where Studio and some of the stuff gets a little weird. Like I don't know, how do you do like string to int in Liquid templating language? String to int. String to integers in Liquid templating language. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do a few things. Okay, we can assign. This is so confusing. Okay. Okay, cool. So here's what we're gonna try some stuff based on just things that I'm looking at. So I'll tell you roughly what to type. So above that, like above that little bit, do the squigglies percent sign. So basically we're gonna write some code here and we're gonna see if it'll work. So yeah, squiggly percent, there you go. And then say assign lowercase, yeah. Index, we're gonna have this variable called index. Sorry, assign space index. And then we're gonna set it equal to equals, just one equal sign.
Not
and
two.
Then put a space between them. Yeah, index space equals, just in case. And then I hope that this is gonna work. We're gonna find out.
We'll see.
Type widgets dot send and reply one, like that whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Dot inbound dot body.
Make sure I wrote body, not body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Body, and then space, and then give me one of those like the bar. Do you know the bar? It's the shift and then the / right below delete on your Mac keyboard.
I got it.
Yeah. Sweet. So bar and then 2_i.
Why am
sorry,
I?
no, two like TO.
Ah.
And then also type. Let me try to think of the best way to do this, because you also want to like subtract one, and then type 2i, and then I don't know if -1's gonna work. Let's see, subtract from number in, because there's some weird ways to subtract in liquid text. And then type another bar. I don't know if any of this is going to work. We're going to find out.
We're just
type -:1.
Minus.
Not you got to type out minus, minus.
Colon. Why is my brain frying? I see
colon.
How you're using it. Oh, okay, got it. My brain. I see how you feel by this time.
Yeah, do a normal colon, not a semicolon, and put a space between them.
Okay.
And then close off the parenthesis, the percent sign and squiggly funness.
All right, we'll see.
You need the percent after the 1. This may or may not work. So in theory, we've now made an index variable, converted this thing to a integer, and then subtracted 1. So now that's cool. So now instead of where we have data square brackets 1, try replace that with index. Cool. And then instead of full name, what do we say we want? Description. It's literally just called description.
Alrighty.
And then let's give them. Should we give them the direction URL or the URL for the thing?
Let's do.
They can find the directions on the website. We'll just do normal URL.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So you can copy and paste that little widget thing, and then instead of description, just change it to URL, all lowercase.
Thank you for being my Googles today.
Yeah, I got you.
My Googles or my goggles?
This may or may not work.
That's real.
So
we'll see.
But go ahead and publish. I'll give it a try and see.
Give it a try.
You published it?
Yep.
Cool. Let's see. Okay, so the first 2 things still work. Colorado. Cool. Okay, and then if I do like 3 for Black Canyon, or let's do 2 just to see what happens, and send.
Okay.
Okay, there, more info. It didn't like it. It's actually giving me. It's like showing me all the liquid templating info.
Awkward.
Weird. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Okay. Unless we're supposed to.
It didn't like something about it. Frustrating. But that happens, right? If this build just worked, it would have been weird.
I'm wondering. Let's see. Let's see what we might want to bring. Let's see. Inbound -1. Unless this is going to be weird, but.
What do you think?
I think I do this. I don't think it'll make a difference.
Put a space after after this, like put index space equals. No, sorry, assign index.
Yeah, I also added a space after. I removed the space from minus, and we added a space after index. Okay, cool. Let's see. All right, cool.
Okay, I'll try again.
Cool.
Sweet. Well, it definitely works. Nope, same issue.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know why it's not like in the liquid stuff there. It's always a little weird when that happens. But let's see if there's like liquid in %.
Try to use a tagger filter. That doesn't exist.
What was that?
It's saying you tried to use a tagger filter.
Oh, I wonder if it didn't like our widgets dot all that fun stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that happens.
Okay.
So yeah, var name, and this feels like it should work, but you never know.
Load out variables plus.
Let's see. I'm just looking through some documentation right now.
Assign.
Yeah. So this is where like it gets a little weird.
And watch, it's gonna be one of those things that it's like you randomly will be like, oh my gosh, like.
Yeah. Well, is widgets dot. Like, here's what I think you should do. Go back to the studio flow, to the editor. Sorry. Yeah. Let's make sure that we've got the the variable right for some of this. So in there, just in the let's just add a line here. I want to make sure that we got widgets.send and reply.inbound body correct, because sometimes I feel like I messed those up. So let's see what it auto does. So add a new line and just do double squigglies.
Where just do?
Yeah, there you go. Double squiggly, and then do widgets dot, and then start typing. It's not gonna. It's yeah. I think yeah. Dot send and reply. Yeah, so it's got that. Inbound. Yeah, I know. You can just click one of them and change it to body too. Yeah. Yeah, and just change the 2 to body. Oh, I wonder if it's capital body.
Oh, okay. Let's try that.
Yeah.
All right.
Change it there too. Leave that line and just change it to dot body, capital body, and let's just make sure that we're getting a number correct. And yeah, save and publish that. I wonder if that's why, because it couldn't find that.
Cool.
Let's try again.
Got some word from revertables. Is there a faster way to iterate on this than executing?
There's not, which is the really unfortunate part with Studio. There's no easy way to test it.
Going back,
which is frustrating. So it still isn't working for me. I don't know why.
Okay.
But here's what I think you should try. This is going to be, I don't know if it's going to work. We could add a variable. That might be a way to do it. Here's going to be the easy way to do it in the editor. Go back to the editor.
Okay.
Actually go to the logs. Let's look at the logs for this and see if there's anything that we see that's weird. So go down to the very last thing in the logs. Or no, sorry. This is the first one.
It was the first one. Yeah.
Go to the first item and then go to the last. Go down to the last send message sent.
I'm wondering if it's still saying the same thing. Dude. It's still saying the same.
Failed to render template and send message to, and it's saying what? You tried to use a tagger filter that does not exist.
Same thing.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if the 2i they don't like. I don't think we use 2i. No, just get rid of the 2i. Just get rid of the bar 2i and just do -1 and see if it works. Maybe sometimes it like auto turns things into numbers if you try to subtract from them. Yeah, maybe it didn't like 2i.
All right, here.
Cool.
All right, so let's try
that
again.
So save and publish, and we'll see if that works.
All right.
Yeah, revertibles. Note that feature request. Yeah.
Oh, we will. We will.
So, how line breaking on input work? If you do /n, it will line break. But it's weird that it's not showing up as is here, which is a little frustrating. Because sometimes it works. It also might be me using the dev phone. I don't know if other people are having the same issue. It works. That did it. Here's more info on number 2. In the 1940s, the Arkansas River was the border state. So it gave me Bent's Fort, which is number 2, right? It subtracted 1 for the index and then put me to the right spot. That worked. Let's do one more thing. Let's try to fix the inputs and then let's cruise. So what is a line break /n? Is that right? Like \n? Somebody in chat know? I think it's /n. Or no, it's \n. Let's see line break in liquid text. Or in Twilio Studio. Why not? Let's see what it comes up with. Add a line break to an SMS message. Yeah, so it's going to be I never know which one's /. It's going to go from top left to bottom right. That one.
That one. Okay, great. So
yeah, let's go add some line breaks where we think we need them in all of our different sending messages and see how that looks.
Definitely be it here.
Yeah.
All right, so line break here. Nope, wrong one.
That's right. Yeah. /n. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, put one at the top too after you don't need one at the very bottom, but put one at the park stand out to you part. Yeah, right there is great.
Cool.
So save that and then go add one to the first message we have too, because I feel like we're missing some stuff there. Yeah, just add some /n's where you think they're gonna work.
Hi, we think it's
limbo/. Yeah.
All right. I think we're good.
Yeah. Hit save, publish. Let me test it out and let's see if we did it.
Oh my gosh. With 1 minute left on the clock.
I know.
Wow.
Right in the nick of time.
Limbo. Moment of truth.
Okay. I think it's dev phone. But it's not rendering right. It's giving me /n. So we'll have to look at that for next time of how do you properly do line breaks in Twilio Studio.
But for the most part, we did a little something.
Yeah, we did a lot of something.
That is true. We learned, we used a API that neither of us have used before. I mean, I've engaged with it, but we saw that the National Park Service definitely did some nice tweaks to kind of their APIs as well as just the user interface. So that was really cool. We played around with our own stuff using Liquid, kind of playing around with some of the docs. So kind of immersing ourselves more in Liquid templating. We got some stuff in terms of just finding some good shortcuts that you like to use and making our flows more efficient. You are right. We did a lot of stuff.
We did a lot that honestly, most of the time I get frustrated with Liquid templating language and stuff like that. And I just end up writing a function that does it for me. It's easier to code in JavaScript than it is in Liquid templating. But the fact that we did that all without leaving Studio, I'm proud. I'm proud of us. We did a lot.
This is pretty solid. And I feel like there's other stuff that we can play around with. We can probably tweak this just for future iterations. But I think this is One, thank you for, we got the projects out the vaults, as I like to say, right? Like, it always is fun when you're able to like dust off kind of the things you wanted to work on and just make some progress. So feels good.
Yeah.
Very happy about this.
Yeah, that was great. And we had so much fun with chat today too.
We did. We had some familiar faces. We had some new faces. I still am not going to get a case. Alex is still not going to get a case, but we're
going to be naked phones. That sounds weird, but
it does. But it sounds like a band name. Naked Phones.
What kind of band? What kind of music would Naked Phones play?
It's definitely giving like a little.
They're naked phones. It's already there.
Oh, essentially.
It's been 1 week since I dropped my phone. Screen shattered, and now I can't text anyone.
Okay. You're so unserious, and I love it for us. I love it for us. Oh my gosh, Alex!
Thank you, Bianca. Thank you, Brent. And thanks everyone for joining us.
Yeah.
I'm going to try on the way out of this thing to play the promo one more time, but
Okay.
Just so you know, when you say bye.
Okay.
That's
well, we're going to say goodbye. We appreciate all of you. And we'll watch this promo on the exit and then see you next week. Same time, same place. Yeah. 2 p.m. Twilio Tuesdays
with lip gloss and
with lip gloss. And next time is going to be a fun one. We're actually going to be doing a recap of where is that? Yeah, that's next time. A recap of a hackathon. Bianca's running the hackathon for Birth Justice, which is about so that'll be really great. I'm so excited to share some of those. So see you all next week.
Y'all rock. I'm gonna try. Let's go. It's still not working though. Oh well. I'll figure this out before next time. Yeah, we'll figure it out before next time. But yeah, in the meantime, it's on YouTube and it's on Instagram. Twilio Devs, go check it out. And that's gonna do it for us, friends. Bye.